Hey, I'm here with Marisa Razo, and she is a former Indian River High School student. She's from Chesapeake, Virginia. Will you please explain to us, what are you doing now in the city?
Currently, I am an NYU student studying acting. It's my sophomore year of college.
Why don't we see more students from Chesapeake, Virginia, not just at NYU, but in New York University or in New York, the city itself? Why don't we see more students here?
I feel like a lot of students don't think it's possible, but it's very accessible. It's like something that all students, I think, especially from our area, should be here, because I think there's a lot of talent in our area. But I think it's just a matter of thinking and knowing that like we can all be here.
Well, we have a whole bunch of students back home. How would you get them to do what you did? What would you say to them to encourage them to, hey, you guys need to make this leap up to New York as well?
I would definitely start with going to colleges' websites and watching their like intros and like undergrad admissions videos to really figure out how do you get into these schools, how do you break into these areas, and just because they will break down the steps for you. And if you do like a lot of different research and start talking to guidance counselors and stuff, there are lots of people who will help you through the whole process.
Well, one last question then. What is it that you like the most about being so far away from home and here in New York? Because that's mostly the scariest part of anything when it comes to what you've done.
I feel like the scariest part is my favorite part at the same time, because being so far, I didn't really have people to fall back on. I didn't really have like time to distract myself. It forced me to be really independent, and it forced me to really find myself and like look to who I was and who I wanted to be. So it's really terrifying to be in the city by yourself, and like I need to reckon with who I am at like 20 years old. But at the same time, I've really found the person that I am becoming.
Oh.
So I really like that.
Oh, my heart is swelling right now.
Oh.
Thank you, Ms. Razo. Ms. Razo, ladies and gentlemen.